Internacional de Champions, Confederación Europea de Volley, da la bienvenida Walter Guaguas.
Good. We have all the players. They are in shape. I hope that tonight they are in the best shape. And for the game, it's a historic game for us, for the club. We don't have the habitude to play this kind of match, but I think we have just to focus on how we play and not the result, and we'll see.
Bueno, el equipo llega en su mejor momento. Creo que hemos tenido una semana tranquila, hemos recuperado a todos los lesionados y de verdad que la Champions es una competición que motiva mucho a todos los jugadores y aquí delante de nuestro público vamos a por todas.
He came with the best option in the moment. They are recovering all the players and they're going to try to do in the Champions the best. They're going to do the best.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to the CEV Zen Group Champions League 2026. It's the playoff stage and we have an exciting matchup for you today. It's between Guaguas, Las Palmas of Spain and MONTPELLIER of France. My name's Key Michael. As always, excited to be your host for the matchup as we head inside of the locker room and get a little sneak peek behind the scenes of what the guys get up to before the match, pre-match rituals. Very calm, cool, and collected on one side. We are in the Gran Canaria Arena in Las Palmas for this one. The team arrived just moments ago, but high hope for both sides. With Jim, the first encounter between these clubs in the history of their European competitions. In fact, Las Palmas facing a French team for the first time in Champions League. Same thing on the other side for Montpellier. One player who's been around the block. Serena in the Champions League. No stranger to this competition. Helping Las Palmas get to this stage in the match. There are plenty of players and stories to follow as the match unfolds, but for me, as much as this is a matchup between Spain and France, it's equally so a face-off between Argentina's best, with 5 Argentinians spread across the two sides of the net, several of whom were protagonists in the Olympics bronze medal for Argentina in 2021, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. Make sure that one side gets to choose the serve, one gets to receive, but both will play volleyball, so it's all coming down to this. Heard from the coaches of both sides. Yeah. To focus, he said. To say. Guaguas, Las Palmas, taking on MONTPELLIER of France. Well, Guaguas have reached the Champions League knockout phase for the second time in their 4 campaigns. They also survived the group phase back in 2024. They beat Prague there. Have a look at the knockout stage. We are right there down in the left-hand bottom of your screen. Perugia waiting in the wings for whoever is able to get out of this playoff phase. No results on the board. Sheshov has a win, as does Trentino. Yes, moving on for sure from the playoffs. This Spanish team won 3 and lost 3 of their group matches this season. It was a pretty difficult pool. We'll see, they had Prague, Berlin. They also had Perugia, who remained undefeated in their group phases. They're moving directly on to the semifinal round, as we saw in that knockout table. While Las Palmas reached the quarterfinals of the Champions League back in 2024 as well. They were eliminated there after a golden set. Cut up. Las Palmas has won 4 of the last 5 Spanish league titles, the exception third place in 2022. This is the best of the best on the Spanish side. For the French, Montpellier, well, they're reaching the knockout stage of the Champions League for the first time after a 4-2 win-loss record in their group phase. That's the players over here in the dark jerseys. The club had just 1 win in their only previous Champions League campaign. That was back in 2023. But the last French team to win and reach the quarterfinals was Chaumont. They did that in 2019, but then they were knocked out by Perugia. Chaumont also had the playoffs, reached the playoffs. In fact, they were the one of the only French clubs to reach the knockout stage in 2018, but they were knocked out by Trentino. So history is against the French side. But in this year's group phase, Pool E, Montpellier finished above Project Warsaw and Hasroda of Leuven. And they also managed to snag a win over Cucine Lube Civitanova, one of the best teams in Italy. They took that in 5 sets at home. That was on the 10th of February. An interesting stat, despite scoring 11 fewer points than the Italians overall, they still managed to get the win, and that's a Champions League record in the main phase. Scoring fewer points, but still winning. Montpellier entered this season after having received one of the 3 wildcard entries alongside Halkbank of Ankara in Turkey and Rzeszów of Poland. The Turkish team already eliminated the group phase, but the Polish side are playing off to see if they can get in the next round. For Guaguas, plenty of players to keep your eyes on. Francisco Wallison Pereza Souza, also known as Walla. He was the top scorer in the 3 early rounds, and he scored 142 points so far in his Champions League campaign. That's 3rd most of all players after Tonjek Stern of Ljubljana and Basil Demo of NAC Roselare. In fact, interestingly enough, Las Palmas had the 3 overall top scoring players in all the Champions League. Back in 2024, that was Walla, Bruno, and Paolo Zonca. Another one of this season's standout players for the boys in yellow is Italian Osmani Wanzarena. He has a storied history with the Champions League. He's reached he's reached the final 4. The final 4, wow, words are hard. He's reached the final 4 8 times over his career, and he made it all the way to the final 5 times. He's won 3 Champions League trophies, has Wanzarena with Trentino in 2010 and in 2011. He did it again with Civitanova in 2019. On Las Palmas side, you can also keep your eyes on Thomas Rousseau of Belgium. He won the 2023 CEV Cup with Modena. And head coach, in fact, Sergio Miguel Camarero, led the women's team of Volley Las Palmas to the final of the 2023, 2003 CEV Cup. Now, this team has yet to make a final. They will have to get through a tough Montpellier of France to do it. In terms of players to watch on Montpellier's side, got my eyes on Ezequiel Palacios. He's the club's top scorer in this Champions League season, 89 points he has. And in the club's previous Champions League campaign in 2023, it was Theo Faure who was their top scorer with 117 points. Montpellier finished runners-up in the French League and the Cup last season after they had won the 2025 Super Cup. Nicolas Legoff, who's been a staple on this team for 6 seasons, well, he's won 2 Olympic gold medals with France. If we have a look at this roster, we're not going to see Legoff there because he is a question mark still as to whether or not he might play. He had shoulder surgery recently. Let's look at Las Palmas lineup again. Some of those players to keep an eye on. Argentinians going facing off head to head. Montpellier also has Quentin Jouffroy, who won the Olympic gold at Paris in 2024, lifted the CEV Cup in 2017 with Tours, and the Challenge Cup with Narbonne in 2022. Guaguas Las Palmas here at home in the playoffs of the Champions League. Montpellier coming to visit. Montpellier also brought Ezequiel Palacios. He reached the semifinals of the 2021 CEV Cup with Montpellier, and their coach, Loïc Demarec, he was an assistant coach with the Olympic gold medalist team in France in Tokyo 2021. So plenty of experience on the bench as well. Before we get started, as is customary, we will step aside to respect the national anthem. Not the national anthem, the CEV.
Against Club Volley-ball Guaguas from Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, Spain. favor, nos colocamos en pie. Right now, we're going to listen to the anthem of the champions. A continuación, por favor, permanecemos de pie. Right now, we're going to keep 1 minute silence. Vamos a celebrar 1 minuto de silencio en memoria del que fuera presidente de la Confederación Europea de Voleibol, don Alexander Volleyball.
As some of you may know, already on the 4th of March, we received the sad news that former CEV president Alexander Boricic passed away in his native Belgrade at the age of 77 following a short illness. So to pay tribute to his lifetime involvement in our sport, as well as to acknowledge the dedication to the community and his love of the game, we were recognizing just a moment of silence to honor his legacy and remember a lifetime devoted to volleyball. Well, now it's time. These two teams have been waiting long enough. We're going to meet the starters of each side, and this is one of the most important moments of the match. The coach decides who's going to get out on the court, who is going to be your first line of offense. There's a lot to choose from on both sides, so let's see what the coaches have decided. With the visitors of Montpellier. Before we do that, we will recognize the referees as well. I know Cesare, one of the most well-known international referees. Time Olympics referee. Arvanova will be the second referee. For Montpellier, who will we see on court? The boys in the black jerseys, visiting here in Las Palmas. It's always important to get that first win under your belt, even if they're away. We would love to get it. Take home a bit of confidence for the second match. Matias Sanchez of Argentina, the setter, announced first. By Amare. Simon Hirsch will be the German opposite. Ezekiel Palacios. As well as Quentin Geoffroy through the middle. There's a confirmation. Tomas Lopez on the outside spot. And now it's time for the home team. Starting out strong. Rani Juan Torena outside hitter from Italy. He's joined by Francisco Alesson Souza, also known as Walla. Another Spencer, middle blocker, out of the Republic of Cabo Verde. Martin Ramos through the middle, another Argentinian representative. Miguel de Amo will be setting. That's Bruno in the other outside hitting spot. Here's the confirmation of those starters. Pretty much the strongest squad either of these two teams can put out. They're going to have to do everything they can. Head coach Sergio Miguel Camarero, head coach since 2020, and he actually played in Gran Canaria back in the 80s and 90s. And on the other side, a very similar story. Loic de Lemarec was in his 3rd season as head coach, and he's a former player in France who finished his career in Montpellier as well. So both these coaches carrying on the tradition and the generations for these two teams. The 33-year-old opposite stands at 2 meters and 5 for Montpellier. Pascual of Argentina. It's a big ask, but one of these two teams is going to take the advantage today. Who's it going to be? Montpellier on the right side in the dark jerseys. Here in Las Palmas, Guaguas in the yellow. They get the first point on the board. They're going through the middle early. And one of the interesting things you'll notice immediately about the middle blocker of Las Palmas, the number 4, Helder Spencer, he's a lefty. And you do not see that very often in the world of middle blocking. First serve, Miguel Angel de Amo, the 40-year-old setter out of Spain. Quick grip for Montpellier to get themselves on the board. Sanchez choosing to use his middle as well. Taking overhand, the right side rip. Heavy hammer. Guaguas going to Walla early. And he has to do a little runaround there to make sure it happens. The Brazilian opposite putting a hole through the floor. Serena puts some heat on it. Blocked, says not today. Walla is there. Maybe 35 years old, but feels like he's at the prime of his career. Fast to the outside. Montpellier have to add a little bit of speed, and they do. There's Pascual with the rip. And he's done really well to pull the blockers to the middle, as Sanchez. Hirsch, 23-year-old German opposite. Comes back even faster on the outside. Reminder, Nicolas Bruno, one of the top scorers of last year's Champions League. Likely to do something similar today. Solid serve, balls off the net to the outside, denied again. Another monster block. Walla making this net his own. That's an Excellent swing block and the timing as well with his middle. Martin Ramos. Top spin coming. Guaguas let off the hook. Giving an eye from the sideline. There's some room for risk-taking. It's early on. And there's why you have to do it. The easier the serve, the faster the ball comes back down your throat. And Montpellier, through Cantat-Jouffroy, they make sure that comes immediately back where it was sent. Jouffroy, the 32-year-old French middle blocker, looks for the corner. Oh, doesn't get it. It's not a bad look. I mean, out by inches, maybe 5-6 inches. That's the kind of aggression coaches want. Those are the serves you can miss. Back to Bruno. 37, the Argentinian Spanish outside hitter, dual nationality. Ball's picked up and comes back down the line. Defense, but it's not coming back. Too far out of bounds. Guaguas now double the score of Montpellier. An 8-4 lead. Being part of the offense no matter where he is, front court, back court. The overload in front from Montpellier. Have to be a little craftier now, it seems, and Sanchez doing a great job of reeling in the middle on his other side. Argentinian setter, pressure from his backcourt serve. Defense good. Back to the right side, a little touch over. There's only one block. Hirsch doing well to see what's available. Just a little touch, the softest of them. Typically, if the middle blocker does not block, move to that direction, he'd be responsible for those tips. Back to the middle. What a change of direction. Ramos through the middle, 34-year-old Argentinian middle blocker. One of those Argentinians on court that are making part of the story today. They know each other so well. Oh, what a pickup to the outside. One of the biggest arms in the world of volleyball for over a decade. Asmani Juan Torena. Played last season in Monza, but I'll rattle off some of his accolades as we go. 38 career awards has Juan Torena. Good defense. Now coming back in the court though. In the backcourt, that little run around he's got to do from this rotation. They've had some success there. It's 10-7 the lead still for the home side. How about an ace serve for Montpellier? That'll get him right back in the right direction. Torena no less. Have a second look at that. High and hard and catching him on the chest. Those balls changing direction mid-air. That's the difficulty. Palacios. 33-year-old Argentinian outside hitter goes for it again. He'll have to try and do some defending, but it's not going to work. What a push from the setter. Looking for that open corner. Floater. Is it an ace? Oh, it's getting a second touch, but it's not coming back in. Two countries that love their football. But unfortunately this time, a bit of footy is not enough to keep it in play. Deamo serves again. He's been playing for Guaguas since 2022. Looks for another ace serve. Closer to the line, and again, the football is not going to work for Montpellier. Quick reactions, but an even quicker ball coming. That's enough for a timeout. It's a 13-8 lead in favor of the home side.
Tranquillement, toi ton attaque, ok? Allez, attention! Allez les gars, vamos! Voilà, c'est là les gars, c'est là, attention, tout le monde,
Five-point lead for the home team, and it spreads to 6. Montpellier finding themselves having to dig out of a hole already. Hirsch tries to have a sharp swing, but there's nothing but net. Deamo again. Right side, much better. Hirsch taking out a little bit of frustration on the ball, the former Nice player. He's also spent some time in Italy, Bulgaria. The joust is good. High ball to the right side. Walla for a swing. That's not going to go down. Better. High and hard and looking for hands is the German opposite. Does he get them? Standing at 2.5 meters is Hirsch. Is it enough? Serena saying absolutely not. There will be a challenge from Montpellier, and you could understand why. Maybe it's to look if there might have been a touch. Maybe it's to slow down the momentum. You never know when you're trying to get in the mind of these coaches' heads. I do love when the DJs take a little bit of creative liberty. Their theme song, you always know, getting the crowd riled up, getting a little excited about it. Well, right now, Guaguas is running away with this set. 15-9 the lead if it stays. From the looks of it, it will indeed stay with the home side. Palmas getting ready to serve. look. Does not look like there's a touch in the block from under those fingers. So Monterrey will head back to serve. The now 40-year-old Italian outside hitter. Goes for it. Does he get it? Yes, he does. The embodiment of still got it. Standing at 2 meters tall, one of the most offensive serves in the game. Goes just over the shoulder, looking for the seam. Going again, this time cuts it the other direction. And Montpellier getting quickly out of that rotation. They couldn't really afford to let Monterrey hang on the service line for too long. Still a 6-point cushion. Monterrey, 3-time Champions League gold medalist over his career. No go. Hirsch having a tough day at the office already. 2-time German Cup winner is Hirsch. Back to Spencer. The lefty middle floats it over. Right side coming, gets a touch. And if that had gone in the court, it counts for 2 in my book. Anytime a middle gets a defense. Close, but no such thing. Hirsch trying to up his productivity. Great ball in for Guaguas, and there's the result. Taking all the credit for that, libero. Perfect ball, and you can just run a tsunami of offense with what is happening on Guaguas' side. How about an ace again? Oh no! Very close though. Going for gusto from one side of the court to the other as well. And the spin that you put on that ball, that banana serve. Sanity. Montpellier have not been having such luck with their serves. Really been able to find that pressure, that balance between taking risk and getting the reward. Good ball in, but it's handled well. Guaguas coming back, and Monterrey again. He has taken absolutely nothing off the ball. Has a great slowdown by the block. Monterrey sees his opportunity, snatches it. Oh, great slowdown again. The blocker's doing double duty. And the conversion as well. Ramos off the block, hands, and into an attack. That is all things looking so smooth on Guaguas' side, so much so that Montpellier need to slow it down. 21-12 and a timeout.
Okay, seguimos trabajando, vale, como pensaste, bien ordenado, bien, Guido, ahí ordenado, fue la over ahora, seguramente va a ser la over, encima, vale, seguimos hasta el final nosotros aquí, vamos.
And it's in a match like this that you can kind of really feel how much Montpellier is missing someone like Nicolas Le Goff, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist with France through the middle, who's not here today. He's not on the court. Could that be the missing piece? Guaguas doesn't care. They're going for it. Too much. Sanchez gets the ball off the net, coming down the line, handled beautifully. There's trying to work his way back into some confidence here today. Started off a little bit slow. Again, the service pressure has been the Achilles heel. Ramos has been with Guaguas since 2022, put some heat on his serve. But nevertheless, get in the middle firing, and they have to. Is Montpellier. Ake Amada, the 19-year-old middle blocker. Well, slowly but surely, Montpellier are just shooting themselves in the foot here. It's a 23-15 lead. And again, Las Palmas making something out of everything. Backspin on the serve to get the overpass, just as good as an ace. And with his left hand, Juan Serena making it look easy. 24-15, set points for Guaguas. How about a stuff block to get it done? Voila, all over it. That has been his bread and butter tonight. Offensively, yes, but defensively, he has been carrying the load in terms of the block today. Look at the early move, gets out there. He knows exactly where he wants to be. No chance that ball's coming inside his arms. So there you go, first set in the pocket for Guaguas. Question mark, what does Montpellier have left? Kind of a stunning first set. Well, there's a look at some of the stats, and you can clearly see in the block, Guaguas has been the aggressor. Everything else looking pretty similar. But in terms of efficiency, It has been all Guaguas. They are executing at 73% in their attack as a team, hitting 11 from 15. Compare that to just 10 from 19 attempts on Montpellier's side. Can be the difference. It said just 2 blocks there, but I look at the official stats telling me there's 3 on Las Palmas' side and 0, of course, on Montpellier's. That could be something they need to focus on, but most importantly, I think, has to be cleaning up the serving. If you're Montpellier, taking that much risk is part of the game plan, understandably. You have to rein it in and force Guaguas to actually play the ball. Teams have changed sides. Don't be confused. Guaguas now on the right side, still in the yellow. Montpellier on the left, in the black. Have a look if there are any changes on the court. One of the changes, an energy shift. Tomas Lopez Pascual, the 31-year-old Argentinian outside hitter, getting a little fired up for his team. Again, reminder, this is a team that beat Civitanova in the group stage. That's someone who just does not care about that at all. Helder Spencer, 33-year-old middle blocker out of the Republic of Cabo Verde. It's a group of islands off the west coast of Africa, representing his country proudly here in the Champions League. There it is, the first block of the night for Montpellier. Hopefully not the last, because that's a statistic that has to be improved on. Bruno swinging down the line, trying to go for the no-looky cookie. Hirsch was there all over it. Hirsch was the top scorer for his side in the last set. 5 points he put up. Hirsch as well, barring 2 errors, was hitting at 71%. Can't argue with that. Spencer, played last season in France, in Saint-Nazaire. Tip and a good recycle. Good self-coverage too. Bruno gets a one-on-one. Oh, what a dig. Defense continuing to be popped up. And ultimately it is the home side that get the team riled up through that point. Corentin Felou doing his best. He'll be someone really fun to watch today. There he is, takes the first ball, perfect. And that's the result. Liberos don't get a whole lot of credit because they kind of go unnoticed. But if that ball is in on the head of the setter, which it is, there's not much you can do as a defender. Just watch. Lopez Pascual, been with Montpellier since 2024. Rough serve. Ball off the net to the outside. Back off the hands, but Guaguas are trying to find some different levels, some new layers to the game. And one of those being introducing that backcourt pipe. Monterena, we haven't seen him from that area just yet. Monterena played in Turkey and Russia before Monza last season. How about some more heat? How about a smart play? That touch, the good cover, and Bruno swinging away with nobody at the net against him. You kind of don't want to leave him on a free net, I would venture to say. Voila. Been with this side since 2023. Tight into the net, handled. Ramos. Also a player who spent some time playing in France. He'll know these opponents well. Good discipline to wait on that ball to come to him. 3-point cushion again for Guaguas. Good serve. Tip coming through, handled well. Back to the middle, deep corner, count it all day long. Guaguas are in the groove today. And that's enough for a timeout, the first of two. Bruno on a smart pickup. That kind of play can change the momentum.
Les choses simples, les basiques, d'accord? Pas mal en réception. Maintenant, il va falloir conclure. Ils ont un bon blague, ok? Il va falloir faire le
7-3 lead. Guaguas has pretty much had, I was going to say, they've had all the luck on their side so far. All the momentum for the home team. Montpellier looking to battle against it. Geoffroy. It was the 6 service errors that stood out for me in the first set from Montpellier. Coach as well. Looks like he's having a chat. Loic Desmarais. Great ball in. And back to Bruno, he'll take it. Well, Bruno is in his 3rd season with Guaguas. Previously played in Turkey and Italy and Belgium. Plenty of experience for the veteran. Good defense following it up. Right side, hammer. Great dig from Montpellier off the hands. And a miscommunication. Juanzarena looking like he was close enough to go for it. Thought there might have been someone behind him. Ramos diving for it, not enough. Simple scoop there in the defense on Montpellier's side by Sanchez. Palacios. We haven't seen a whole lot of offense from him today. He's typically one of the go-tos for his side. And another point lands for the home side. Spencer, he has been so fun to watch today. Doesn't always have to be the aggressive swing. Sometimes it's just a little touch. Short ball. Hirsch tries to hammer it. That's a good dig. You could feel The frustration growing on Montpellier's side. They're putting up a 3-person block. Oh, and Walla making sense there. Hirsch saw that a mile away, went with it. This time it's to the outside, and he gets a second one. Back-to-back blocks for Montpellier. Wow, part of that Olympic gold medal squad with Vianel, excuse me, with France in the last Olympics. Too easy, too simple. Sanchez now has a mission on his hands. How does he get this offense firing? Who does he choose? How about a backcourt? Yes, correct. Gets Palacios going, that Argentinian connection between setter and hitter. Palacios has been with Montpellier since 2020. Oh, we only saw 2 points out of him in the first set. Catches Bruno diving. High ball to the right side, tip again. Oh, good one. Sanchez all over it. Juantorena as well. It's coming back, or is it? Yes, it is. It's going to be a freebie. From the back, Juantorena still underneath it. There's a good rundown as well by Falou. But no, the defense, Montpellier, hustle central. Montpellier are back within one. Watch this pickup. Deamo with a one arm. The defense coming back as well in the rundown. Montpellier are within striking distance. They're gonna have to get a hold of those serves. That's really the only thing standing between them and this match being much closer. Finding that balance between serving too easy and serving out of bounds. Let's see what Spencer has. Execution at 1000%. And that first contact makes all the difference. (12-11), still in the lead, but not by much. Serena handles the first. To the outside, Bruno going off the edge. Sanchez up, and the ball back down. Hirsch using all his height. Hirsch finding that little bit of line to work with, and now it's a tied game, 12-12. Montpellier's back in it. How about a timeout?
Vale, señores, respiramos un poco y volvemos a organizarnos, ¿ok? Miramos un poquito lo que tenemos enfrente, las ayudas y todo lo que va a hacer. Segunda línea, como a decir. Segunda, un poquito más línea. Para abajo, vamos, agua. Sí, cerca no se puede quitar. Después sí, pero ahí todo cerca, ahí.
12-12, Montpellier have tied up the set. Keep in mind, Guaguas took the first one in pretty hefty form. The second set was looking like it was going in a similar direction, but Montpellier has woken up. Hirsch in particular doing a lot of the point scoring here in the second set, as he did in the first. 5 points in the first, and he's been working that line shot as well. I wonder if there'll be a reaction from the blockers on Guaguas' side. Do they take a little more line off of him? Voila. With authority from the end lines, coming back. What a dig from Larrañaga. Larrañaga Ledo with a beautiful dig. Touch at the net, looks like. So Montpellier keep the point, and they find themselves in the driver's seat now, 1 point up. Oh, the skipper off the tape. Body's on the floor, and it's not coming back. Smart play. Body doing everything he could to run it down. Look at this, even from the setter, falling over one of his players. Fist pumps. Sergio Miguel Caminero fired up on the sidelines. 5th season as the head coach. Chance. Taken with authority. Anytime you see a body on the floor, that's the direction you want to set in. A veteran setter. Very much like De Amo, he knows there's plenty of space over there. Bruno, MVP of the Pan Am Games in 2019. What's he got? Top serve. Comes back, the block is ready. Stays in play. Looking for corner, no corner to have. So the lead reverses back to the home side. Net work, work it again. Bruno on the line, 2-point spread. Hirsch. High off hands. He's looking for a huge mismatch here. Looking for the space between the blockers. If you can aim at those shoulders. I think he might have even taken Monterrey on the head. From off the net. Stays in play. Tight and fast, and a whip of an arm. How's the defense, and then Palacios utilizing his speed, hitting over top of the block. We're tied again. Sanchez to serve. Does he get it? Oh, he thinks so. Sanchez is asking for the ace. Sanchez, part of that Olympic bronze medal squad with Argentina in Tokyo. Second look at that. Oh, it's spinning. Oh, that's so good. Do a fair bit of rewinding to have a look, but what do you see? From where I was sitting, it might have just been out, but it's going to be a close call. Definitely worth the challenge. Compression of the ball is what you're looking for here. Possibly one of the most important challenges we've had so far. The scoreline is a 1 point in advantage to Guaguas. Such a good serve. Man, it does not get closer than that. It's so it's too quick, it's pixelated. You can't even tell. I mean, you can tell because of physics. It was too fast for the computers even. Elite serving. Goes for another one. This time handled better. Pipe coming, defense there, but it's popped up into the crowd. From the back court, Bruno racking up some points. Montpellier struggling to find some outlets. Ramos. That's middle of the Spanish League in 2024. Can't get the point for that. For his team that time. Instead, it's the middle of Montpellier doing the damage. We haven't seen Sanchez forcing the middle as much as he sometimes does with the Argentinian national team. You can't help but feel if Guaguas gets over the edge in this set, a lot of it's going to have to do with that serve. Montpellier has just given up way too many points from the end line. Letting Las Palmas off the hook more often than not. Great ball in from the back court. Serve pretty simple there for the number 13, Palacios. First name Ezekiel. There's actually two Ezekiels. One on court, and Ezekiel Perez Figueroa is on the sideline for Las Palmas. I don't know that I've ever commented on a match with two Ezekiels. Possibly not even one. Conversation happening over on Loic Lemarec's side, probably saying, hey, look who's in front of you, look who's behind you in that serve. There are some players that have the green light to go for it, and some players that just need to get it in and let their teammates be the aggressors. Juan Torena, certainly one of those players that's given a green light to serve throughout his career. He was the MVP of the Italian League back in 2021. Comes Hirsch on Juan Torena. Lefty is stuffed. Excellent work, Geoffroy. Two-time VNL gold medalist is Geoffroy. Montpellier get a 2-point edge. Is it going to be enough to put them over? There's a challenge coming from Guaguas. They didn't like the look of that. I'm not sure what could be challenged here. It was a block through the middle. Geoffroy on Helda Spencer. Spencer also won the French League back in 2024, so plenty of overlap between these players. Aha, foot fault. Serve. That feels like one of those, just throw this challenge at them, try and slow the momentum down. Didn't work. Montpellier with a 2-point edge. Tip comes over. It's going to be a free ball. Montorena handles that beautifully. Back to the middle. More heat this time. Spencer had a little make it up to do. And I love when a setter goes back to an attacker, especially after they've just been blocked. And that is exactly what happens. Damo trusting his middle. Coach not trusting him though. Subs him out for the serve. Fair enough. Seen a couple of times that serve has been a little soft on Montpellier, causing a pretty quick chain reaction. Instead, in comes the number 12, Jean-Pascal Diata, the middle blocker. Let's see what he's got. Defense first. And into the corner, excellent. Montpellier executing with efficiency. Lopez Pascual, who played before Montpellier. He played in Nantes, played in Germany, Italy as well. And with some of that international flair to that swing. Great execution. Am I imagining it over to the middle blocker? Take that first ball. You don't see it very often. Almost taking it into his own hands and freeing up. Voila on the outside. Another change coming in. Dobromir Dimitrov out of Bulgaria. He'll be in the front court. Just a little bit extra height. Spin pressure. Montpellier back within. Nope, forget it. We are tied up at 22s. Guaguas has also brought in Thomas Rousseau, the 31-year-old Belgian outside hitter. Just a couple of changes to switch some things up. Let's see if it works. Timeout called.
Continue à aller chercher ta diagonale, on s'en fout la diagonale comme tu sais bien faire, vite dans la diag. On est bien les gars, quel est le service très simple, on est bien. Allez, on continue, on est devant là après ça. Allez, go,
22 all here in the second set. Guaguas took the first. Now on the serve. An aggressive one to the outside. Almost scooped up. Montpellier doing everything they can. Palacios. Look at the rip. High and hard off the fingertips. We'll need more of that tonight. 1 point lead is enough. Substitution reversed. Quentin Jouffroy to serve. Oh, he put some pressure on it. Still to the middle for Guaguas. Too much, too far. Guaguas take a little bit of luck here at the end. That ball too far inside. Tipped over and an out-of-system play. Not really much Palacios could do there. That ball falling way far away from him. We remain at odds, 23s. Bruno for the serve again. for Palacios. That ball goes back to Hirsch, and he goes cross court, and this is the problem with a player like Hirsch. We saw he was given a whole lot of line earlier on. Now the adjustment has been made in the block, and he'll just cut that cross all day long. Set point, Montpellier to tie us up. Palacios wants to get it done. No, the coverage is there. Another chance for Hirsch, off the hands. That's not going down yet. Backcourt is denied. Bruno shut down, and Montpellier have done it. They have grasped the second set. Three blockers in on that backcourt attack, and that one must have felt so good. Blocking was one of the things that was missing in the first set for Montpellier, and they're finally back on track. There's a look at the numbers. 25-23 after a 25-15 first set, and some of the stats, I'm not sure those are completely true. I don't know if I saw jump in the conversation if you'd like. Hashtag CLVolleyM is where all the chats are happening, wherever you like to socialize. Feel free to shoot me a message. Tell me what you're liking about the match, what you'd rather hear us talk about. When I say us, it's just me. Me and you, talking volley. That's what we love to do. My name's Key Michael, excited to be your host. Happy that we're here watching volleyball on a Thursday afternoon. What a better place to be than at the Champions League. If you're a fan of the Spanish side or the French side, or maybe you've got a little Argentinian blood, this is exactly the match you want to be watching. Set number 3 underway. Montpellier managing to snag that second set. Getting a free ball back to Guaguas and a second bite of the cherry. And one of the interesting things about this left-handed swing is you can really avoid the block with those pushes. Yeah, that second set was pushed away from the middle of the court towards Hirsch, but he's not up there to block, so that's the advantage that you get with a lefty middle. Miguel Angel Damo enjoying his attackers. He was the best setter in the Spanish Copa del Rey in 2025. Oh, the timing, the hang time. You love to see it. Palacios, who's been stepping up, became a little more offensive in the last set. He's now up to 6 points. Hirsch for Montpellier has 12. On the run. Guaguas going to Juan Serena. We only saw 1 point out of him in the second set. Can he get another one? No, he's denied. That'll feel good if you're Hirsch. And the battle of the giants over there. Hirsch at 2 meters and 5. And Juan Serena standing at just 2 meters. I say just. Another one, and another one, and another one. He has been so fun to watch. Spencer hitting at 67% right now. That's what you want out of your middle. Doesn't get a whole lot of options, only had 6 attempts. But no errors so far. Back to Hirsch. Capitalizing on a slower block. Spencer doing all he could to get there. Not fully closed, and that is enough for Hirsch to take the bite. Easy for Juan Serena, and again. Touches are there. Ball not put away on a good situation. Montpellier up by 2 after a super defense. Pelou. Pelou, the libero, 25 years old. Part of that VNL gold medal squad in 2024. The old push, tip, catch, carry, throw. A very controversial change that in the rules that the FIVB is trying to make for the VNL this summer. I'll start keeping count of how many times we see the push throw because it's become part of the modern game. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on it. Oh, what a serve. How about your thoughts on that? Ace serve with an absolute laser. I love the response. Spencer, after being taken out from the serve in the last set with a cheeky smile on his face, comes back and in his first serve gets an ace. That's the way you prove something to your coach. Goes for another one. Still a hard-driven ball. Comes over. Not down yet. Another chance to the outside. Bruno goes line, and he'll have it over the shoulder. Despite the hustle play, Pelou cannot keep it alive. Third serve coming up for Spencer. After an ace serve, what's he got? Goes hard, net gets in the way. Thumbs up from the coach, he likes that aggression. Could have been a conversation they had. How to take or make a little bit more of your service run. We're now tied at 5s. Montpellier missed 11 serves in total, and they've only had 2 aces. 12th may serve, if I'm not mistaken. Voila. Voila spent some time playing in Turkey and Italy as well as Brazil. One of those well-rounded players for this Guaguas team. Foy on the serve. Keeps it in play. That's good. But there's the result. Montpellier continue to struggle with the balance in the risk and the reward. Too easy for once. Arena even adds a little bit of speed on the pass. Bruno, who's been offensive all night long, goes for a topspin, rolls it in. Does it tag the line? Looks like a yes. A steep swing from Montpellier's young middle. Amara not involved humongously in terms of offense, but when he is, getting something done. Right side. Hands are there. What a good cover. Still up. Is there a touch at the net? Montorena has some questions. Ball's up. From outside of the net, I think is the discussion here. That set did look like it grazed the net as the setter came through, Matias Sanchez. But you are allowed to touch the net outside of the antenna. So the question is that what happened? Guaguas is going to have a look at it. Quite a few plays to look back on, it appears. Talking generically about the last set, Las Palmas, their efficiency went down drastically. Remember, after the first set, they were hitting at something like 70%, some insane numbers. They were looking so smooth and in rhythm. They're back down to reality now. They're hitting at about 50%. A couple of blocks snuck in as well. Montpellier, 5 blocks in that last set alone. And Guaguas had none. So a complete flip-flop in terms of the offense and the blocks. Again, Montpellier still being plagued by service errors. If they can cut those down, they'll have a much better job, much easier, let's say, opportunity. No pressure as the camera just rides the referees as they're trying to check it out. Let's have a look. Well, he looks like he's outside the antenna. So there is a net touch, but it's outside the antenna, so it should be legal. And Guaguas are upset. They're saying, hey, you can clearly see he's in the net. And now the discussion continues. How well do these players know the game of volleyball? So maybe that's what they were looking at. They wanted to know maybe if Hirsch was under the net. They're saying, we're not talking about Sanchez. We're not talking about the setter. We're talking about the opposite, going under the net and getting in it. 1, 2, 3, his hand. Oh, but it's not the feet. So the rule about that, if there's any confusion, is that you can go under the net and you can touch it with everything except for your feet, and it has to be the entire foot going over the line. So I have to agree. Referee Stefano Cesare trying to keep the peace. Looks like we might have got some variety of card for the referee. Yep, yellow card coming in. Oh, it's for Bruno. We're continuing the discussion. Well, they'll watch this back, I'm sure, and they'll want to know what happened. And there's a lot of fans and people making a reference to the elbow of Sanchez. And this is, you'd have to have a forensic scientist to take a look at this to know if he was inside or outside the antenna. So on we play. And Montpellier take the points, but Guaguas responds, and with that, they take the crowd on their backs. Pass through the middle. The coach is fired up. You love to see it. Sergio Miguel Camarero, he played here in Gran Canaria from 1986 to 1995, so 10 years. Blood, sweat, and tears on this very court. Excellent hustle, but a miscommunication, and Guaguas think it was out of the antenna. And they might have had an argument there, but better to just earn the point and don't wait for the replay. Here would have been the discussion here. First of all, hard to tell who touched it. They would have been discussing whether or not it had traveled outside of the plane of the antenna, which, again, so hard to see without a forensic scientist. Guaguas take the points. Pressure serve. To the outside, Hirsch in his uncomfortable position. Nothing uncomfortable about that. Voila is heating up for his team, and you can start to feel the energy out there. Now it starts to be personal. (10-8) the lead here in the third set. Ramos to serve. He's going for that deep corner. Back to the outside, and Hirsch finally sneaks one through. Went a little bit quiet there for a couple minutes. Continues to be the go-to offensively for Montpellier. The lead cut down to 1. High toss, and truly out of this world. I'm loving how intense Coach Camarero is right now. He is breathing and living this game. And the coaches will be a little aloof. They'll hang out on the sidelines like they're too cool. Not this one. His heart and soul is here on this court. And an out-of-bounds swing. Camarero is bringing this crowd along for the ride. If this doesn't get your blood boiling, I just don't know what would. This is volleyball. 12-9 the lead for the home side. Again, they're targeting that same corner. Blockers are in place. Back to Hirsch, and he's got an open net. Ooh, a close one. Have a look at this. He's running with it. You love to see that for a libero. Don't let anything fall without your feet being a couple inches from it. Balls up, balls down, and again, Guaguas are feeling this wave of momentum. The off-speed tip. Juan firing up the crowd. He was the best outside of the Club World Champs in 2020. He got an ace early on, not this time. Still a 3-point lead. Montpellier trying the old we need to wipe the floor trick to slow some things down. Might actually be wet on the floor. Hirsch drops it short, and finally an ace serve. Montpellier have struggled to find those service aces. Bit of a backspin on it as well. Trying to catch us up, 12-13. Montpellier down by 1. Heavy arm, Bruno. Don't forget about him, he is always there. It's a 3 blocking lineup. Short ball. Back to the right side. Oh, it's denied. A monster block. Bruno taking the crowd for a ride. On Hirsch, no less, and the height difference there is phenomenal. 15-12. Lefty on the serve. Easy handled. Bruno. He just continues to deliver. We haven't seen him put a foot wrong yet here in the 3rd set. Three-point advantage. Heavy serve. Ball's off the net, and Hirsch trying to do something here. What a scoop. Monterrey in the set, backcourt coming, and yes, please, more of Guaguas are well and truly on the way to taking this 3rd set. 17-13 lead, and all the momentum seems to be right here with the boys in yellow as well. Voila. Coming for the top spin. Oh, he's hammering it. Way off the net is Montpellier into hands. Recycle play back to the middle off the fingertips. It's going to be a free ball. Chance here for Montpellier. Can they take it? Yes, they can. That one felt so important. Palacios, the MVP of the Pan Am Cup in 2018, taking it over top of the block. Trying to close the gap is the French side. On the libero, not where you want to serve, because that's what you're going to get. The Bruno special. And Coach Camarero pacing. Holding the middle is Ramos, doing his job. Crowd fired up. 4-point lead. Spin, it's good. Back to Hersh, and he's got so much space. This is what we talked about. A lot of his attacks in the early stages were going line, and now Guaguas have adjusted on him. Still struggling to stay out of the net, though. Slim Shady standing up on the sideline. Ramos to serve. Bit of help from the tape. But Guaguas getting all the help they need from Montpellier at the moment. Error out the back. Off of a free, almost free ball, it looked like. So much so that the middle had been sold up the river. Free swing. Take advantage of those. 5-point lead. Guaguas gonna close it out here in the third. Good slowdown again. Chance to go back to the right side, and that is exactly what they do. Walla cleaning it up time and time again. He has been so offensive. Excellent slowdown, first of all from Spencer, and then his teammates gonna back him up on it. This is kind of a glimpse of what we saw in the first set from Guaguas. They were really clean in their play and their volleyball. Let's see if they can hang on to that to the end of the set. Ramos stays at the line. Another block, a stuff block, and dance moves coming out. Juan Serena showing us why he's still playing, having so much fun. We love a good dance move. Big lead for Guaguas, 22-15, timeout.
Opuesto, vale. Omba, te quedas solo, Omba. Vale, te quedas en la línea con él. Vale, ahora, poner un poquito largo, vale. Opuesto, chicos. Señores, ese es el carácter, vale. Seguimos, vamos.
22-15 the lead. What does Montpellier have? Well, they go back to Hersh on the outside. They've also brought in middle blocker Etan Jeanlet. See if that can make a change. It's a big swing from Hersh, but is it too little too late? Look at the lead, 22-16. floater. Palacios, he's been the target all night long. It's Lopez Pascual to try and clean it up on the outside. Can't get it done. De Amo up to serve and just 2 points in it. Players creeping in. Set point for Guaguas. Again, Palacios like clockwork. Cross court coming. Hirsch has been the go-to. He continues to be offensive. Scored 12 points just in the first 2 sets alone. Comfortable from the right side as well, especially when you can get that block opened up. Still set point for Guaguas and the home side. Easy serve. To the right side, defense good. Chance to stay in it, but that's not gonna do it. An error with 0 block at the net. A gift for Guaguas to get them over the edge. Well, for a player who's been having a spectacular night, 19 points, more points than anyone on the court. And yet, it's Hirsch to hand over the final points to Guaguas. And with that, they have a 2-set lead. So look at the stats. A couple of aces each. And the attacks, Guaguas is by far the better in that set. There's still more volleyball to play. Can Guaguas get it done in 4? Well, that third set was a vibe, if nothing else. The entertainment factor, they've had it all. Some yellow cards, some disagreements, long challenges and rallies. Coach of Montpellier, Loic Lemarec, staying cool, calm, and level-headed throughout the whole thing. On the other side, Sergio Miguel Caballero creating quite an extraordinary show for us, but we are here for it. Serena asking his team, can we get this done in 1? If a team wins the playoff the first round, if they win it in 3 or 4 sets, they get all 3 big points. If you go to 5, you split, which means you're then in an awkward position where you have to win. And you make it back home. Basically, you don't want to end up in a golden set situation. We do, because we love it as the fans. Quick serve here in the 4th to get us started. Uno leaving no space. Is it in? Is it out? Nah, it's out of bounds. Nice try. Good pull in. Monterena packs a punch. The little overload play in front as well. Ramos trying to hold the middle blockers with him. That's exactly that. Camarero trying to take the crowd with him. It's been one of the highlights of the match for me. Ramos. The overload the other direction. Always a solid attack choice or set choice, especially if you've got a good ball in. As Montpellier did there. Sanchez chooses to use his middle as a decoy. Hashtag life of a middle. What a dig. Did it come off the face? Pascual in the back holding on to his eye. Hope he's all right. Hirsch. And again, the cutty. 19 points in the first 3 sets had Hirsch. That's what he's been doing. He's been kind of picking the team apart with different attacks every time. We've seen line and cross. Now we're seeing that beach roll. It does look like maybe Pascual got something in the eye. Piece of dust. Maybe even a ball straight to the face, that's possible. Montpellier with a 3-1 lead here in the 4th. It's a must-win situation. But that lefty has been causing havoc. 9 points already on the night. With some insane hops. I mean, he is getting up there. Already at 2 meters, but jumps like he's out of this gym. Better on the right side. Palacios. Part of that Olympic bronze medal squad in 2021 with Argentina. He's been targeted in the serve. Continues to hold his own. Service error total up to 16 for Montpellier. Tipperuni kept off the floor. Not a second time, bit of more heat through the middle. Have a look at this, clever to make the attempt. Larrañaga Ledo is all over it. Spanish libero lets that one go. Wow. Regrets already, no doubt. That is the hammer again. That's the one we've gotten used to seeing. Elder Spencer getting it done front court and back court, and that is his second ace of the night. Can he get another? Oh, same heat, same aggression. You know he's getting a high five from the coach. Yeah, there it is. He got pulled out in the first, or maybe it was the second set, for the serve. And he had to go back there and prove he still got it. Bit of spin on it as well. 6-5 the lead. Yeah, just up by 1. Quick middle, defended well. Hammering it home outside. There's Pascual, French Cup winner in 2024. We're looking for an end-line fault, and indeed we have one. Referee Stefano Cesare seeing it immediately, right around the same time that the coach of Las Palmas did. Ooh, not by much. Wally going for it. Wally Souza goes by Walla. Fans and friends alike. 2-point spread for Montpellier. I'm sure that stays in play. Aranyaga could have perhaps let that go. Looked like he might have been headed for the out of bounds. The upside down even. Better safe than sorry. No chances to be taken on those fast serves. Good ball in. And there's the result, going back through the middle. Okay, Amare, youngest on court today, 19 years old. He's had 6 points over the spread of the last 3 sets. Picks up a defense as well. Easy tip on him. Palacios working double time. He's been targeted pretty much every serve. Goes from the block, a nice scoop by his backcourt. Gets off in transition, but cannot find the fingertips. Backcourt. No, sir, no touch, no courts. Still some confusion, bit of conversation. What's going on? Backcourt coming. And Motorena trying to convince everyone that he didn't go over the line. No one was asking, but he doth protest too much. As they say, Shakespeare knows. Nice little touch, not coming up though. They are staying in the heat of this race. Chance to swing, he'll take it. Montorena, any bite of the cherry, he's happy with it. Montorena was the best outside hitter of the Champions League back in 2018. Floater. They're tied up at 10s. Block is good. Chance again. And it comes off the hands. Palacios only able to score 9 points in the last 3 sets. There's another one in his pocket. Catches the gap off Montorena's left and right. Easy ball in. And an easy ball down. That's the 1-2 punch. Target one Serena in the serve at your peril. Spencer is having a day. Spanish Super Cup winner last season in 2025. Top spin at 11s. And the 1 point smidge goes the direction of Montpellier. This set much closer than we've seen so far, but it's kind of a similar story there in the third set till Guaguas didn't like the outcome of a challenge and they turned on the emotions. And that was kind of the difference maker. Again, 10 out of 10, the pass. I know we only rate it on a scale of 3 or 4, but I'm giving it a 10. Serena just stepping in, and here's the thing is Spencer's reaping all the benefits of this perfect passing. Sometimes he's getting a really hard driven ball and a good hand on it, sometimes just a tip over the back of the block. Doesn't really matter, he's seeing the court so well. Let's see if he goes for it in the serve. Already a couple aces up his sleeve. This time a floater, bit of a hybrid serve in fact. And he doesn't get the ace. In fact, Montpellier get him off the line. That's a good sign. If you're a French fan. Where's he going? Floater, in fact, on the middle. That opens up Bruno for a rip, and the right side will clean it. A lot of very similar looking plays between Bruno on the left, Lala on the right. Very similar style of attackers, a little undersized, but aggressive on it. Flipped on the tape. Hersch, high and hard. Forcing the middle. That's what we've come to know from Sanchez. Watch this, flinging it in from behind the 3-meter line. That's what he does with the likes of Lozère and company on the Argentinian team. So feeding it in to his youngster. Mare, that's a great looking play, and I'd love to see that creativity a little more. Something Montpellier would like to see a little less, a whole lot less, in fact. Surely that'll be something they look back on if this match doesn't go their way. The amount of missed serves that Montpellier have just given to Guaguas. There's an overpass, and there is no way. There is no way. Not at this level, not in the Champions League. You don't get an overpass and not put it away. Ooh, that one stings. Could this be the turning point for Guaguas? They got to turn it back on. You can't lose your head on those moments. Montpellier is not a team to mess with. Hersch will make sure of it. And all of a sudden, an overpass turns into a 2-point lead for your opposition. Looks like all the wind's been taken out of Guaguas' sails. Timeout called.
Vale, señores.
Vamos a esperar más corto, Paquito.
Señores,
vamos tú y yo más corto.
Una cosa para todos. Una cosa para todos. Es el momento de apretarles. Es un momento de meter a todos aquí. Vamos todos juntos ahora. Venga, seguimos con el saque. Venga, vamos.
Marek still looking calm, still looking confident with a smile. He really hasn't changed his demeanor all match long. Really not affected by the outside world, it seems. Palmas taking things into his own hands. He might have been the culprit on that overpass. Best blocker of the CEV Challenge Cup in 2022 is now turning it on. To serve. Drops it to the outside. Little Argentinian on Argentinian crime. Palacios, high and flat on his national team middle blocker. Flinging it. Right side, that'll do nicely. Brazilian Walla with a heavy hammer. (17-16) the lead for Montpellier here in the fourth. It's a must-win set for them, but an error gets the fist pumps going on Las Palmas' side. No touch, no sideline, and we are tied up again. Camarero having himself a night. There's the topspin again. Palacios like a magnet to the receive, and that's why blockers can hang out all the way on the other side of the pin. They take one player out of the offense. They're leaving one-on-one Juan Torena, capitalizing on a fast set to the outside. 17 points apiece. About called.
On vient aider un petit peu là sur ça, pas trop mal. On vient aider un petit peu. Vas-y, attaque ça, tranquillou. Ils sont restés sur la pique. Allez, 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 à fond. À fond.
Things are getting real. 1-point advantage for the home team. They would love to finish this in 4 sets. They're up 18-17 after the timeout. What a dig. Chance to rip it. Juan Torena will take it, and a miscommunication. It falls in front of the libero, who would love to have that back. Torena again going for the fingertips. A player who has 5 times won the Club World Champs. Diamo to serve. MVP of that Spanish Super Cup in 2025. As a setter, no doubt. Oh, line dig, what a drive. Juan Torena against 3 blockers. That's not going down yet. Another dig. And the touch is up. Give your credit to your libero. Laranaga Ledo just sitting down the line. Once and then again. And Juan Torena with all the energy of of a 25-year-old. This is why you keep playing volleyball, for the love of the game. Out called.
Vale, tiro, señores, por primer tiempo y 4, ¿vale? Vale, vale. Vaya a saltar, perfecto.
Guaguas are primed to take this fourth set. 3 points the lead. Again, Palacios cannot escape from the first contact. And I like the strategy. Guaguas has been using this all match long. Just get him out of the offense, force him to take that first contact. Doesn't work this time with the overload in front. Substitution for Montpellier, bringing in the number 2, Arthur Biaceta, 28-year-old French setter. No luck. And again, the curse of the serve. Absolute Achilles heel of Montpellier today. Guaguas in the driver's seat. Veteran at the service line. Olympic silver medalist in 2016. Gets a tight ball. What a defense. Hands are there. Great pancake upside down. Sneaking it through. Somehow, some way. Montpellier live to see another day. Bruno doing everything he can. It's that scoop right there. The open hand flipper to keep Montpellier in that rally. Palacios has been spectacular in the defense. Two-time Argentinian Cup winner. Feel the energy coming off the bench. And again, no, not down. Oh, Guaguas almost fumbled the bag. Back set. Ooh, wee. The set was money, but the block even better. Watch this, one-on-one. Walla just releases to the outside despite a back set. Serena hanging a little long on the ground. Just a little awkward in that defense. Didn't land a little heavy. Take a little rest. In comes Thomas Rousseau out of Belgium. Saw this substitution. There's the land and a little open winged with it. Can Guaguas get over the line? Oh, the serve was so heavy. Spencer's been taking some risk back there. It's been paying off. Monterrey gets a little bit of love on the sidelines from his physical trainer. Montpellier are 2 points away from tying it up. Can they do it? Hirsch tries to drop it short, and he does. But it does not matter. Ask and you shall receive. Ramos is more than happy to take the first contact and then get the set as well. You're not getting him out of the offense. No way, no how. Ramo's been using his middles over and over and crucial moments too. He's not shied away from it, which I love to see. (23-20). Oh, great serve. Good ball in though. Not coming back. Lopez Pascual makes sure Montpellier win a very important point. Especially after that sub, which Dobromir Dimitrov was in. A little more height. Outside, Bruno. Line, yes indeed. Claim it for your own. Nicolas Bruno. 37-year-old, proven he is every inch still the best player that he's ever been. Guaguas on the verge of match point. Can they do it in 4 sets? That would be huge. Not for this one. Luckily for Guaguas, they have a little cushion here. Still 2 match point opportunities. Will we see a substitution? Juan Torena returns to the match. And the hero comes back for the glory. Amare. Youngest on court to serve. Easily handled, back to the right side and down the line. That is a match for the ages. Voila, with the final bullet. Handshakes all around, but that right there, Camarero is a man that is living and breathing this sport. Rightfully so, as a former player of this very team. His pride runs deep. Look at that finish. So smart to swing back to the right side, and they've done a little shift around in the block as well. Diamo recognizes it. Takes full advantage. Four sets in the books. Palmas, Gran Canaria win this first round of playoffs against Montpellier. So that final set was done. Only one ace. Only one block. They were clean with all of their attacks. One of the stats that's standing out to me, 13 missed serves by Guaguas, 20 by Montpellier. So Guaguas was not perfect by any means. They were taking a little bit of risk from the serve as well. I loved that every time they wanted to. You saw the middles involved, you saw the outsides, the pins, and it's no surprise to me that their setter gets the MVP. He had 2 ace serves. He was feeding up every single player. Miguel Angel Diamo, Spanish setter at 40 years old, still got it, as they say. That was a true team performance. A little bit of everything, a little bit of everyone. And there really wasn't one player to stop. Whereas I feel like Guaguas did a really good job of shutting down Palacios and then trying to contain Hirsch, and that was kind of the game plan. Paid off big time. Camarero, all full of smiles and energy for his squad. No love lost between these players. But at least win and move on in the next match. This team needs just one more match to make it to the quarterfinals. Can they get it done? Luckily for them, they finished this match in 4 sets. So they need just 2 sets in France.
Avisa.
Let's listen into the interview.
Congratulations,
with the MVP.
Theo. How did you feel on the game? How was the experience?
Well, the spirit on the game was amazing. I think the atmosphere helped us a lot. So thank you to all fans. It helped to have power inside the court, and you see how we fight for this very important victory.
Hey, thank you so much. See you then.
There's a reminder down there in the bottom left. Waiting on the other side of a win is Perugia, a team that are very difficult to get wins off of. Well, there you go. It's been a pleasure. For now, the win goes to Guaguas of Las Palmas. For myself, Key Michael, and everyone here at the CEV, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting this match. Catch you on the next one.